Hey guys, so today we're hitting lower body, and like I was saying before in the last video, we have combined lower body, and it's more just because during the cut there comes to a point where you're just trying to maintain the muscle mass and your strength and all that stuff. So we're not putting, we already know we're not going to be like gaining muscle. So with that, I have lowered my volume just a bit, just to like at least, maintain. And so with that, I'm just like, you know what? We're just going to combine lower body. And I've been liking it so far. And so, yeah, so instead of us doing 6 working sets for each muscle group, it went down to just 4 working sets. And I have taken out just a few exercises, but you'll see in the video what the exercises I've been sticking with and what we're going to do today. But before we get in there, I wanted to talk about something that I feel like is something nice, a nice reminder, and is relevant to those who also like lifting or getting into something new. Because I was streaming the other day, and it's just funny how because okay, let's put it this way. I'm new to gaming. You guys know that hang out with me in the chat and stuff. And I sometimes get in my head because I feel bad that I don't know just the basic stuff when it comes to gaming. So we were playing The Witcher on stream, and in the beginning it's like, oh, do you want to do the tutorial? And I'm like, we don't need to do the tutorial. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine, and I'm just thinking, it'll be fine. So I go through the game and completely lost. I didn't know what triggers to press. And it just didn't make the game as enjoyable because I didn't know how to play it. And I just feel like that's so relevant to things that, we want to try out. And then we get so lost trying to figure the thing out that we don't get to enjoy it. And yes, it would have taken a little bit of time to me to go through the tutorial. And also, too, the reason why I didn't want to do it, because I'm on stream. And now that I think about it, I'm like, if I wasn't streaming and if it was just me, I would go through the tutorial, but I felt like kind of embarrassed and kind of bad. I was just like, oh, like, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Like, I'm just like it'll be fine. And I didn't want to like take the time to do the tutorial. And it's sad that we do that. Like, we expect ourselves to know something without even really learning the basics. And then, because I feel like that's what happens when someone goes to the gym and they're barely learning things. They feel bad that they don't know, oh, wait, so what do I do for quads? Like, what does that work? And like, we're scared to ask questions because we're like, I mean, I know this might be basic to someone else, but to me, I'm like totally lost. And I'm just wanting to speak on this because I'm saying, like, we're all new to something, and we all can feel a little embarrassed to be like, yeah, I don't know anything. Like, this is all so new to me, and I don't even know the basics. And you kind of like automatically, because when we're older, we're too hard on ourselves. Because when you're a kid, it's easier to be like, well, yeah, I don't know anything. Like, I barely started learning how to spell, and it's just like not as embarrassing. But we put too much pressure on ourselves when we're older because we're not like allowed to mess up. We're not allowed to look silly. We're not allowed to not be as knowledgeable because we're older. But, we're not all going to know everything when you're barely starting something. So if you needed to hear that, just know that we all are lost in the very beginning, but it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to, be okay with not knowing everything. And the sooner you ask questions, the sooner you figure out the basics, the more enjoyable whatever that is you're doing is going to feel for you. And I guess I'm saying this because like I still catch myself with other things that I'm new at that I expect myself to know, but I don't. And it's okay because even in chat, people are like, oh, I've been playing games for years and I still do the tutorial of how to do it. Like, don't feel bad. And I guess that's why I'm telling you guys too, like, yes, I've been training for a while, but there are still things I'm figuring out on the way. And that's the thing. Always be open-minded. Always don't expect yourself to know everything. And I know it can be funny because it's like we can catch ourselves, but I feel like it's just a nice reminder that, we're all learning. Like, you should always be trying to learn. And And like that will make whatever you're doing more enjoyable instead of trying to guess, because that's pretty much what I was doing. I was just pressing all the buttons and guessing, and you don't want to be lost. Like, let's say you go to the gym, you're like, I think this works out this because I was sore, and you're just guessing instead of knowing like, oh no, I know this works out this, and you're going to see results more efficiently, and you're going to be proud of yourself because you know that you're putting in the work and you know what you're doing, and it's just going to feel better and not be feeling so lost. So with all that being said, I will be doing the tutorials and not feel bad about it. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll see you guys inside. Okay, if you guys were like me and complained about how small your calves are and then you realize you never used to train them, just train them in the beginning. Just do them in the beginning and you will never miss it, right? So me just changing that, I've never missed, doing my calves. And before, I would put them off because I would leave them to the end, and then I would just be like, I'm done, we're done. So just a little side note, because I know a lot of people also probably skip out on calves. But another thing to remember when you're doing calves, please, please, please stretch. Use the, like those reps, make sure you're taking advantage of the stretching position, and like literally even like pause if you need to. It's not a race, okay? So I know from what I can see, I feel like a lot of people just try to do it really fast. I mean, a lot of your lifts, they're not a race. And that's the funny part too, is like, I don't think we even realize it, because a lot of lifts, I would go really fast. And until I started recording myself, I'd be like, wow, what am I doing? Why am I looking like I'm trying to like hurry up, or like there's places I need to be. So anyway, this is my last set, and let's go ahead and finish this and do some quads after. Okay, that was it for that. And I've been liking, or I've been, yeah, enjoying using this leg press for my calves. I just feel so much more secure. And you guys know about, like, I forgot what happened, or at least I forgot what you guys told me what it was, but something with my knees, how they kind of like curve in more. And so it's tricky to do the standing one for me. And then we have another one, but it hurts my feet. So I like this one. And, that's why I just mess around with some things and see what feels the most comfortable, because in the long run, if you just doing the basic reps feels uncomfortable, how are you going to like add weight? How's that going to happen? So just be realistic with yourself, and yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll just stick with this one, and it feels the best for me right now. Let's go ahead and do some leg extensions. Okay, so us doing leg extensions, I'm like, wow, like, I mean, I wouldn't say exhausted, but like, I guess I'm saying don't underestimate what food can do for you if, you need energy. Because when you do a cut, you start to think like, wow, like it makes a huge difference. And we had a nice bulk, so it wasn't even a passing thought, because that's how nice the bulk was. But with us doing, being in a deficit, wow, like it's a mental. That's why you really have to fight it and dig deep and just give it your all, because your body is like telling you, no, we're tired already, and it's just an interesting, whole thing. But let's go ahead and do this. This is our last set, and then we'll find what's open next. But yeah, especially on a leg day. gotta fight deep, and and I'm probably not gonna make sense throughout the whole video because you guys already know when I'm very tired, none of my sentences make sense sometimes. Oh. Oh. Well, this is fun. And no, I'm not being sarcastic. Just because it's like when you get so, I guess, I don't even know what to call it, in the zone, in a state of what am I doing to myself? What am I doing to my body? Because, we're killing it. We're like, yeah, so you start just to enjoy that state. And you're like, oh, that was fun. And I feel like you get to it sooner because your body's getting more exhausted. So it's just like, yeah, very interesting. I'm enjoying it. And I'll see you guys for the next exercise. Okay, so because I'm getting more exhausted, I'm having to remind myself of the little things like just bracing. So I'm really focusing on that and like adjusting every rep. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's probably not noticeable, but that's just something I'm noticing because, because you're getting more tired. I mean, let's be real. Like sometimes your body wants to just like slack off. So you have to like be on top of it. So this is the last set for this. Oops. And then we'll go and do the next lift. Gosh, I caught myself because, getting tired towards the end. I did a rep that was, not to its full potential. And because I was getting tired, and then I'm just like, oh, come on, like, you got this. And like, did it again, it wasn't to its full potential. And I'm just like, reminding myself, it's like, make each one to its full potential and you'll be done sooner. Because if you're doing like these, like, laxed reps, you're going to be here for a while, because it's not, the more intense that rep is, the more tired, the more, you're going to get out of that rep, the more tired you're going to be, and you could finish more efficiently. So those are also things you have to remind yourself, because it's like, yeah, you're tired, and so that rep isn't as intense, but you're just hurting yourself and you're making this longer than it needs to be. So I'll see you guys in the next lift. Okay, so it's one of those moments where you have to remind yourself is you're the one putting in this work, and depending on how much you want to put in, that's how much you'll get out. And yeah, I want some huge quads, so I can't go easy on them. I need to really make sure I'm putting in the work, even though it's hard, even though it's scary, and oh man, like you just psych yourself out because it hurts. Like, nah, this one also just like gets in my head, and I mean, I will repeat it always, but whenever it's leg day, it scares me because I hate to say it, but sometimes it's my my mental state that stops me before my body, because I'm in, so much pain. My muscle is like burning and I'm like exhausted, and I just like, okay, we're done. But I'm like, no, we have one more until my body gives out. Like, that's when we're done. And You guys know I don't really train that way with my upper body because I know it's a mental thing when it comes to lower body. And it's something I do for myself because I know myself. So this is my last set and oh man, I'm scared. But let's get it and finish strong. It may not look like it, but sets like that make me laugh because I wanted to be done like 2 to 3 reps ago. But like I told you guys, I know myself, so I'm like, you have more in you. Don't stop until your body stops. And I was able to do 3 more. And that makes me laugh. Too tired to do it out loud, but. So whatever you have to do, you know yourself best. You may look at, you know, someone and say, no, I gave it my all, but you know if you did or not. And that's why I think I'm hard on myself when I do lower body, because I know I stop before my body really, truly stops. So, okay, we have one more thing and then we're done. It's funny, we actually have a hip thrust machine, but I really kind of prefer these at the moment. And I say that because sometimes we use a machine and then we realize we like something better and then we go back to it and we're just like, oh, actually I like this. So you never know. But right now I'm really liking doing my hip thrust on the Smith machine. I just feel like it's something I can feel more control and really feel that squeeze better. And maybe because what's holding that hip thrust machine is like a fabric, and who knows, it just kind of, I have no idea, but I like this one better. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my second to last set on these. But with me using the Smith machine, I do have like all this like cushion, because then again, the bar will hurt. I don't know how some people do it just with this. So I use this and then it's like perfect. And then before I go, I like to just, you know, mimic a rep and then make sure that my feet and everything's placed really good. I'm like, yes, my glutes are, on fire just with me not even using the weight yet. And it's just like, I feel it. So I know they're in good position. Oh, oh. And since this is our last thing, for sure in that last set, I'll just go then until I can't lift the bar anymore. And, just knowing that we're done right after that. And yeah, so I'll see you guys for some posing in the next clip. Okay, let's get some posing done. The quads are not as pumped because we just finished off glutes, but I feel like they're probably still looking pretty decent. Those adductors are really popping out. We'll do a little hamstring pose. I'm like trying to get into it because this one is the more trickier one for me. Yeah, that was tricky. Okay. And then and I believe that's it. We'll do some more, just one more time for the quads. You guys know I've been excited to see those pop out more. So I'm hoping, I mean, I already feel like I do see a good difference. Okay, and so, I mean, even me doing this, seeing that pop out more is pretty cool. But I feel like that's about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the house. I'm gonna, just conclude it there. Okay, we're gonna have my protein shake right now. And honestly, because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I have my protein shake with water. I know it must taste better with milk, but to me, both taste bad. You guys know I don't like protein shakes. I don't know, they just don't taste good. So I will not take you guys along with me while I drink my protein shake. I'll drink it after. But just a little reflection on today's workout. I was just wrapping my head around how tired I got, like how fast it just, yeah, like, gosh, I can't even think of the words. But I got tired faster compared to like when we were doing the bulk. Like I am pushing myself and then I'm able to like, okay, like we're good, after just a little bit of rest. But this one was, it's getting tougher, and you just have to just keep pushing yourself and knowing like, okay, give it your all during the whole workout and then you can rest after. And I need to tell myself that even after the posing, because when we're doing the posing, I'm even like winded after, like before then, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, am I even flexing my quads? Because it doesn't feel like I'm flexing them because they're just already like tired. And yeah, just having to just give it my all at the very, very end. And then we can just like zone out and relax because we put the energy where it was meant to be put. And that goes for your mental and your physical. Like, plan it out to the best of whatever you feel like makes the most sense to you. So if I'm going to be doing something else that, like if I'm working on the yard or whatever, I'm like, I would make sure that I put more of my energy towards the workout. And then I'm like, okay, then, I can do that after. Because that one, I just feel like, well, which one's more important? And I would put the workout first. So, just things like that. And yeah, like I said, goes for your mental too. If you feel like you're mentally exhausted doing something but you want to get this other thing done, just arrange it that it makes more sense to you. And I think that's why I always like doing my workouts in the morning, even if it's like early in the morning, like 5 o'clock. Like mornings are always the most ideal, but you know, if you can't, then you just make it work. Honestly, you do. But if you have the options, just do what makes the most sense. But let me have this yummy protein shake. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm trying to think, but you guys know I just get so tired. I'm like, okay, we're already zoned out. But yeah, it was a great workout. I'm still happy with the weight that I'm able to do. Because that's something I always keep in mind too. I'm like, okay, how's my strength? And it's still there. It's just, I'm just so tired. And yeah, I think other than that, we're doing good and I'm happy with it. So I will see you guys for the next workout, which will be shoulders, chest, and biceps. So I'm excited for that one. I'm like, I say that for every lift, but it's true. I look forward to every lift and they're just fun for me because I've made how I work out enjoyable and I just look forward to it. So I'll see you guys for the next one and I'll drink this. But thanks for watching. Bye, you guys.